Jaden McDaniels from the Minnesota Timberwolves is one of the most interesting players in the NBA. He's a remarkable talent. He's 6'10" with a 7-foot wingspan, and he possesses the size and athleticism needed to be effective on both ends of the floor. And I believe he still has a lot left that he hasn't showcased so far into his career. Many would label him as a prototypical 3-and-D wing, which isn't entirely wrong. However, by each passing season, it seems the flashes he would showcase throughout certain games are becoming more of a regularity by each passing moment. McDaniels averaged 12.1 points per game on 61.1 true shooting percentage, while shooting 39.8% on his 4 3-point attempts. Very impressive for a guy who has, for the large portion of the season, was your 4th or 5th option. To still be able to put up double-figure points and shoot the ball pretty efficiently isn't something you're going to get from a common role player. What's impressed me more isn't just the scoring numbers, but actually the process in which he's finding his scoring avenues. One of those scoring avenues of the very many have been in his finishing. McDaniels has improved quite a bit in this department. As mentioned earlier, Jaden is very athletic, so he can quickly leap off the ground and finish over many defenders around the basket. His aggressiveness has saw an uptick as well. He's driving to the basket more with a purpose. Finishing through contact was a big issue for Jaden in his first 2 years in the league, but during his 3rd year, he's found more ways to finish through the contact despite not adding more mass to his relatively slight frame. Jaden uses his ball handle and elongated strides to become a far more effective finisher and driver. Even if the upper body strength isn't up to par for what he needs for his size, that smooth handle to be able to shift the defender either way, attacking from east-west or north to south, while also making sure to take the strides around the rim and finish it over his defenders with that length with more ease. He shot a career high from the restricted area, 72% on 3.0 attempts. Jaden still needs to add on more strength to his build if he truly wants to become a more imposing slasher to the basket. Once that comes, then Jaden can legitimately become a far more efficient 3-level scorer, because Jaden is actually a very efficient mid-range shooter as well. McDaniels' self-creation and off-ball scoring took a minor leap, I'd say, this past season that's fueled his individual scoring prowess. Jaden's scoring off the ball is closer to elite than it is bad to me. He's always been able to knock down the spot-up threes at a respectable rate. However, him having better spatial awareness to recognize when he should cut to the basket and attack closeouts is what separates a good off-ball player from a great one. He also loves attacking on the move to set up his mid-range pull-ups, whether that be coming off a pin down from the corner or a dribble handoff. J-Mac has found success in this route in his mid-range scoring ability. Jaden's use of his handle to create space for his shot is so good. He doesn't have the most complex handle in the world or anything, but he can string together enough complex moves with a variation of crossovers and hesitations to create the space on the court to find those looks in his spots to shoot those middies. I understand when NBA fans love to give the label to players like Jaden McDaniels, the 3-and-D, but when I'm seeing McDaniels' growth as a legit plus size shot creator wing, I think people need to expand that label on him because it doesn't do him justice. His scoring prowess still has a lot of room to grow, of course, before I can label him as a legit 2nd or 3rd option scorer for a championship level team. However, he's reaching a point where he's going to have to be consistently accounted for on the ball and away from the ball, which plays into the versatility he gives to a team as a scorer. Now, I want to switch gears and focus on the other side of the ball, where I believe Jaden McDaniels provides the most value as a player. Jaden has unreal defensive feel and length that makes him quite a defensive lockdown. I stated earlier in the video, he's 6'9", with a 7-foot wingspan. So he has ridiculous length paired with that stature that makes him the perfect modern day defensive wing. Amazing lateral quickness despite his height. With that length, it gives him access to be more versatile than others, and it's why he's so switchable, because he's such a rangy defender, spanning from guarding from the point of attack and applying ball pressure to a guard to being the roamer at the help side and providing that being more proactive around the rim and the back line. Jaden McDaniels has a defensive field goal percentage of 52.9%, which is ranked number 1 in the NBA among non-bigs, minimum of 300 shots defended. This stat is just a testament to the level of defense that Jaden plays, because when he's guarding an opposing offensive player on some nights, it can seem like he's swarming them from opening tip, not allowing the player to get any rhythm. Amazing defensive feel with great instincts makes him arguably the best shot blocking wing in the NBA. He can guard in space and make recoveries even if he gets beat off the dribble, because he has great timing with his blocks. There's just a whole lot of things on defense that Jaden McDaniels does so well. He can't be that traditional anchor like a center, but he can be a great secondary cog to a well-oiled machine that makes everything else work. It will be no surprise to me that if eventually Jaden McDaniels starts racking up all defensive first teams in these upcoming years, because overall as a defender, there's just so much that he does well. He can guard 1 through 4 effectively. You're able to place him in many different spots on the court and still be effective as a defender. This level of the versatility paired with that shot blocking instincts he has makes him arguably the best non-big defender in the NBA. There's just not too many guys in the NBA who can be tasked with the level of defense McDaniels has to play on a night in, night out basis. Jaden McDaniels' unfortunate injury played without question a big reason why the Timberwolves couldn't get out the first round. The level of impact Jaden provides on both sides of the ball, as I illustrated throughout the video, is something you see from star players, not from the typical role player you're accustomed to. Him and Anthony Edwards will be without question the biggest bright spots and essential components to this franchise ever making a deep postseason run like they did in the early 2000s again. And that can only be done if the Timberwolves start better equipping themselves to start centering the team around Jaden McDaniels and Anthony Edwards. His defense is already elite now, and if he can start rounding off his offense and patching up a few loose ends, the teams are really going to start having to worry about the scary potential of Jaden McDaniels, a 6'10" forward who can do practically everything on defense with a sound offensive game. The thought of that is truly terrifying. But anyways, I want to thank all of you guys for watching this video and taking the time to finish this video. Make sure you don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button and the post notification bell to always be notified whenever I upload a video. Also, drop a comment down below on how high is Jaden McDaniels' ceiling is to you. Now, with that all being said, I hope all of you who have watched this video have a great, blessed rest of your day.